Here is a will. Now, let me tell you the story. There is an ant. The ant has become very fat. After eating a lot of sugar, the ant became very fat. So the ant went to the doctor. And doctor was the panda. So Dr. Panda said that, Miss Ant, you are so fat, and so you are facing all these problems. So better you lose your weight. Then Ant said, oh, really? Do I need to do something to lose my weight? How do I do that? Then Dr. Panda said, you should walk every day. Start with that. Okay? You should walk every day. You should walk 5 kilometers. How much? 5 kilometers. 5 kilometers. I can't do that. I can't do that. See, I am very tiny ant. So small. How can I walk 5 kilometers? Okay, fine. You do one thing. You walk 10 centimeters every day. Is that fine? And ant said, yes, I can do that. I'll walk 10 centimeters every day. Okay, great. So you walk every day 10 centimeters and then let me know. Now what happened, you know? That ant was living on this wheel here, on top of the wheel here. Okay. Now, and in the early in the morning, she woke up and started walking. From here, it started this way. She kept walking and walking and walking and walking, and it finished one round. Now the problem is she was supposed to mention to Dr. Panda how many centimeters she had walked. How does she know that how many centimeters she has walked when she walked on this wheel? Because it's a circle. Had she walked in a straight way, for example, from here to here, she could have known, no? Am I right? She could have used this scale if, for example, she has walked on a flat surface like this. This is a flat surface. If the ant started from this point and ended here, she could have used the scale to measure that how many centimeters she has walked. But this is a will. How does she do that? Can any of us help? Because now, if she doesn't report to Dr. Panda is going to give an injection to the ant. Because you are not walking, I'll have to give the injection. So we'll have to prevent that. We'll have to help the ant. Tell me how. Yes, Satyam.
Sir, she can count how many steps she walked.
She can count. Okay, there is one way. There is interesting way, but she has already finished the walking and she has not counted meanwhile. Now what to do? Yes, Sia.
Sir, she can walk again on a flat surface and measure.
Okay, yeah, that is the better way. She can walk again on a flat surface. Forget, this walk. But then she is not going to walk again for sure. Because she has already finished this one round and now she doesn't have any more energy to walk. She is so lazy, that's why she has become a fat ant. What to do? How can we help? Yes, Dishan?
Sir, you imagine that there is you cut the circle on the top and then you can just bind it like this, and then you can imagine how long it would be on a flat surface.
Okay, let me share my screen. there is some idea what he has said. No, what can she do? See, I am having, and this is something you'll have to do after the class. Okay. See, what do I have? Can you tell me what do I have? Yes, Saloni.
A thread.
A thread. Correct. It's a thread. See, I have a thread. Okay. Now, what will I do? See here, what will I do? I'll use this wheel. This is the wheel, and we don't know how how many centimeters the ant has walked. So yes, see, I think Sia, you have got some idea. Can you tell me how can we use this and how can we measure?
Sir, I was going to tell this, but I didn't tell. The ant can take the starting of the thread and stick it from where it starts. Then it can take one round and make a mark on the thread where it finishes. Then the ant can measure it.
Correct. That is good. Nice.
Thank you, sir.
See what happens as Sia said, no? Wait a minute. Yeah. So as Sia said, what the ant can do, she can just stick the edge of the thread on any point of the circle and then take a round of the thread like this and come back at the same point. See here, at the same point. And now you use a scale to measure this much length of a thread. Can that be done? Yes, no. Can that be done? Yes. That's easy, no? That's easy. The other way, what can she do? She do is, see, she can use a brush and some colors, okay, and mark a dot here, at any point of this wheel. So mark this and then roll it on a surface starting from that point, and then roll it, roll it, and let the color mark one more time here, and then you measure the distance. Can it work? Does it work? Yes, no? It works, no? It works. You should do this. You can use a thread and then measure the coin that you have at home, the bangles of your mothers, anything which is round. Use anything which is round and find out what the circumference is. You know what is it called? It is called the circumference. The outer length. That means if, for example, if there is a circle and now you just open up this circle. I will use my screen for that. I'll share my screen. Okay, yeah. So here, for example, you draw a circle like this. Okay, and then you cut the circle here and open this. That means you start it again and then open in a flat line. So this length is called the circumference of the circle. Circumference. Okay. Yes. So this is how Miss Ant will know how many centimeters she has walked using any of these ways. to find the circumference. Yes, Sia. Now let's have questions if you have so far. Sia.
Sir, in other words, we can say that circumference means the border of the circle.
Yes, the length of the entire border of any circle is circumference. Okay, it can be any circle, it can be any cylinder as well. For example, if you have a pencil and if you want to find out the circumference of the pencil, how will you do that? You can just take a round of the string, find out that length, this much, and then, yeah, you can just use a scale and measure the length of the string. Okay? Now, this is definitely a good way. But there is something else. You know what? There is something else. And every circle has this line, this kind of line. See? Can you see that? A line which passes through the center of the circle. What is it called? Any idea? A line that passes through the center of the circle. What is it called? Yes, Roydon?
Sir, it's called a diameter.
Good. Diameter. That's good. Diameter. A line that passes through the center of the circle. That means it has a length, no? This much of length. And can you measure that easily? Can you measure that easily? So yes, we can use a scale, for example, like this. See, we can use a scale and I'll put the scale here. Just a minute, let me adjust and then I will show that to you. Yes, so it will be something like this. Okay. So from 0 to, it shows somewhere 72 mm approximately, 7 centimeter and 2 more millimeters. 7 centimeters and 2 more millimeters. So total 72 millimeters. Correct? So this is the diameter of this wheel. Now, there is one more way to find out the circumference without using the thread or that color, dotted color. You understood that dotted color thing, right? Color dot. What you need to do in that is, so there are two ways. One more time, I'll explain. There are two ways. There is one circle. Here is one circle. So one way is you use any of the flexible material like a thread and then circle it around. So it starts from here. Okay, starts from here and then you go on like this, just roll on the entire circle and come back here. And now you measure the length of this string or wire, whatever material that you have used. That is one way. The other way is you start, this is the circle, this is the circle, and you use a dot. You put a color somewhere here. Yeah, you put some color here and then you roll it. So it rolls like this, and somewhere here it will make another dot. And then you measure the distance between these two dots. Simple, right? You can do that. So these are the two ways we have learned so far to measure the circumference. But there is something else. The diameter. Okay? The diameter. We can use the diameter and find out the circumference. Yes, just using the diameter. We can find the circumference. Now Miss Anne, she has found it amazing. Why? Because now she does not need the string. She can use an ordinary scale and measure the circumference. So Miss Ant is very happy. But now Miss Ant, she is finding it troublesome. Why? Because it involves numbers. She has to remember one particular number, which Miss Ant is not being able to recall every time. And you know what that number is? That number, can you all recall that number? Can you all remember that number? Will you be able to? If I tell the number, will you be able to remember for Miss Ant? Yeah. So that number is 3.14. What is that?
Pi.
Pi. Oh, okay. Pi. Yes. It is called pi. This number is also known as pi. P-I-E. Pi. Simple. It has a sign as well. See, I'll share my screen. That number is 3.14. Okay, 3.14 is the number. It is also called pi, and it has a sign. The sign is like this. Okay, this is pi. And there is something wonderful about this number, which Miss Ant doesn't know. Something wonderful about this number, that you multiply the diameter. The diameter. Can we find the diameter very easily? Yes, no? Can we find the diameter very easily? Yes, no? Using a scale, we can do that, right? Anyone can do that. So simple, put the scale and you will find the diameter. You multiply the diameter by this pi. Simple. Multiply the diameter with pi and you are done. Okay. For example, I'll share my screen again. See here, okay, not this at this time. Yeah. So here, the number is 3.14. Okay. And if for example, diameter is 2 centimeter. 2 centimeter is the diameter of the wheel, then you need to multiply. That means 2 into 3.14. 2 into 3.14. What would be the answer, Dishan?
6.28.
6.28, correct. Equal to 6.28. So Miss Ant has traveled 6.28 centimeter. Easy. You don't need string. You just use the diameter and you are done. Yes, Roydon.
Sir, how can you take the number as 3.14?
Okay, now that is a good question, and I thought, I'm sure that it would come from you only. Roydon. So this number is actually got invented in India before thousands of years. Yes, before thousands of years. That there is something amazing. There is some amazing relation between the circumference and the diameter. There is one amazing relation. That you divide the circumference of any circle, any size, okay? That means the smallest to the largest. If you draw the circle of the size of the entire world, that it applies to that as well. Okay? So circle of any size, if you divide the circumference by the diameter, the answer will be always 3.14, 3.14, 3.14. Always. There is amazing relationship between the circumference and the diameter. And again, one more thing, it never ends on 3.14. Yes, it never ends. It goes on and on and on and on and on and forever. You keep putting 3 point, then 1.4, then again 1.5, 9, and then it goes on and on and on and on and on. So many numbers. Even there can be millions of numbers behind the dot, but the number will never end. For example, if this is the circle, okay, and now this circumference is, where is it? Okay, yeah. Circumference is, for example, is 5 centimeter, and the diameter is, for example, 2 centimeter. Now you divide them. Okay, 5 centimeter divided by 2 centimeter. If you do that, the answer will be always 3.14. For this, for 5 by 2, it won't, because this is not the right number. These are not the correct numbers, right? They are just imaginary numbers. So, but if you find any circle, if you draw a real circle on the paper, you can try this. Draw a real circle on the paper. Or you find a coin. Okay, find a coin or a bangle in your house, something which is round. Use the string and circle it around on that round shape and find out, yes, so Saloni has a will or something in her hand. Saloni, or yes, say Jan has a bangle, it seems. Okay, you just circle around the string and find out that length. Circle around it. So here I have another wheel. If I circle around, you need to be precise on it. Okay. So this is the length of the string which I circle around this wheel. If I measure this now, so okay, let me do that. Here. Okay. So it is 0 to 17, okay, 13 something centimeter, 13 something centimeters, some 132 millimeters. And if I find the diameter of this, then again it is some 40, yes, so approximate 40 millimeters. Now if I divide these two numbers, the answer will be nearby 3.15. Why nearby? Because I have used the string which it's not that accurate. I just use a random, I just didn't measure accurately. If you can measure things in accurate way, it will be always 3.14. Yes, Sia?
No, sir, I just wanted to ask that it will come 3.14 or around near 3.14.
If you measure things in a correct way, okay, then it will be 3.14. If there is an error in the measurement, then it will be it will be around 3.14. What happens? For example, if you take a string, then what happens that if, for example, at this stage, string is of 13 centimeter, but you can stretch a string up to a bit. Like if I stretch, it will add few more mm to the string. So instead of now 13 centimeter, it will 130 millimeter, it will become 134 millimeters. Right? So maybe if you do this thing, you color a very thin line here, create something, and then roll it. There is a better possibility you can find a right circumference. Okay, so if you divide, it will be always 3.14, and again, the numbers go, as I said, number goes and on and on and on forever. Millions of numbers behind the dot. Let me tell you, some of the numbers at least. I will share my screen. Yeah. Okay. See, 3.14159265358979932384626433. It goes on and on and on and forever. It depends on how perfect you are in the measurement. But it goes on and on forever. It's a constant, that means 3.141, it's a constant. The pi, now number is called the pi, is constant. And we can create a program for that. We can code that. See, here I'll share that with you. So here you see that first we can create a variable, set diameter to prompt. So we'll use the prompt command, we create the variable and diameter. So here I'll ask, what's the diameter? Okay, what's the diameter? So user will enter the diameter as a number, and then you can say that you traveled, or the circumference of the circle is print diameter multiplied by 3.14. Click run. What's the diameter? Diameter is, say, 5 centimeter. So enter 5 and okay. Okay, so you traveled 15.700000001. This many centimeters you travel, or this is the diameter of the circle. If you want to have enough, circumference of the circle, not diameter. So if you add few more numbers, 1.14159 up to 9, then the result will change here. It will be more accurate. Run. 5. Okay. See, now it is 15.70795. This is more accurate result. Okay. So this is called pi. What is it? Pi. And there is a pi day in the calendar. On that day, everyone, those who love mathematics, the students, the professor, the scientists, everyone, they celebrate pi day in a year. Can you guess what day will be the pi day? Can you tell me? Don't search on Google. Without searching on Google, you need to tell me. Yes, Sia?
Sir, today?
No, not today. I will give you one hint. See, don't search on Google. I will give you the hint. Okay, and then you can tell me what day can be the pi day. So what is pi? What numbers the pi has? 3.14. Yes, 3.14. Now use this 3 and 14 and then tell me what can be the pi day. Yes, Jen?
March 14th.
March 14th. Correct. March 14th is the pi day. 3 and 14. So 14th March. That is pi day. Okay? Good. So that was all about pi. See you all in 2021 in the next hobby camp. Bye.